Hello and welcome everybody. I hope you're all having a great day. This is the fourth video in the multi-part series showing off different Elden Ring builds. In this particular build, it's all about pumping intelligence and using star-based spells. You'll do incredible amounts of damage to your opponents, and the only thing you need to worry about is typical mage problems like getting hit too hard. But we do have some things to help out with that slightly. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So for stats, we're going to have 40 in the Vigor. This is so that we don't get absolutely one shot. 50 in the Mind, because we have a staff that makes us use more mana per cast, so we want to have as much mana available as possible. 17 in the Dexterity, so that we can hold our primary weapon. 80 in the Intelligence, as that's going to be a majority of our damage. And 12 in the Faith, so that we can regenerate, which you'll see why that's important here in a second. Next up, we'll show the weapons, armors, talisman, and flask of wondrous physics. For our first weapon, we have the Wing of Estelle. This is going to be our melee option for when opponents get too close, but it has an added benefit of any of its heavy attacks having a projectile, which you can catch your opponents off guard with a lot if you do it at the right time. And the fully charged version of it does even more damage, so you can just keep spamming out those heavy attacks and have a free projectile without using any mana whatsoever, which can be incredibly powerful with this build. Next up is the Lusat's Glintstone Staff. This is our primary source of casting spells. It's going to boost all of our sorceries by 20%, but it does take away more mana per cast, so you have to be careful of that. We have the Dragon Communion Seal so that we can regenerate our health. This is important to keep our talismans active at all times. You can put on whatever armor set you want as long as it's within weight range. For our talismans, we have the Ritual Shield Talisman, which is going to help you tank more damage and not get absolutely one shot. But you could switch this out for a Magic Scorpion Charm if you wanted to just get as much damage as possible out. The Graven Mask Talisman is going to boost our sorcery's damage. The Graven School Talisman is also going to boost our sorcery's damage, but just slightly. You can switch this out for a Godfrey Icon if you want to help your charged attacks do 15% more damage. And the Ritual Swords Talisman is going to boost up our damage even further as long as we're at full HP, which we can achieve by having regeneration up at most times. And for our Flask of Wondrous Physics, we're going to have the Crimson Crystal tier to restore half of our max HP, and the Magic Shrouding Crack tier to temporarily boost magic attacks. Next up, I'll be showing off all the spells. First off, we have Night Comet. This is going to do decent damage, and enemies can't see the attack coming in PvE, which is great. Next, we have Bestial Vitality, which allows us to get health back and stay at max HP. This allows us to keep our talisman effects up at all times as long as we're full HP. Next is Stars of Ruin, which is great for PvP as it does good damage and tracks enemies pretty well. Founding Rain of Stars is just a quick AoE attack that lingers for a good amount of time. Next we have Magic Downpour, which is another AoE attack that lingers for a good amount of time. Next we have Magic Glint Blade, which is another attack that lingers for an amount of time before attacking. Next we have Loretta's Great Bow, which is another ranged attack for when your opponents are very far away from you. Glint Blade Phalanx to keep opponents that get too close to you away from you. And Glintstone Stars as a quick attack to attack your opponents with. And that's pretty much all the spells. Next up is the Invasion. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If it helped, a like and subscribe is always greatly appreciated here. And with that said, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video.